Ready? Fix my tablecloth here. When Rick and I bought the house, there was a lot of things that we wanted to change. One of them, definitely the color of the house. It was kind of like a light sky blue gray, I guess is the way to explain it, more on the gray side. So one of the things we want to do was redo the kitchen. So we looked into having that done. Way, way, way expensive. It was outrageous, to be honest with you. So we decided to do it ourselves. We figured that would be the best route to go. And I'm really, really happy we did. One, we saved a ton of money. And two, it actually was a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you before pictures of the room. And then I'll show you how it turned out. And then I'll give you a breakdown of what it cost us to redo the kitchen, which we really, really like. And kind of how it all came together. Anyway, I'll show you the pictures, show you the finished project, and then I will bring you back and do the cost markdown for you. So this is the finished kitchen. As you can see, the walls have been painted, the cabinets, everything. I was going to give you a rundown of, later on in the video, exactly the cost for everything. This right here is the pan rack my husband made me because we couldn't buy one from the store. It was too wide. So he custom made me one. And what I want to show you is a really cool thing for your lids. If you look here, that is a paper clamp. I got at the dollar store. It works fantastic to hold my lids. And up here, this is actually the part you put on the floor to lay tile up against carpet. So it helps with the difference in the, I don't know what you call it, the width or the height of everything. Anyway, that's the pan rack he made me. I really, really like it. And then we put in a new door. Our old door was, sorry, I'm having a frog in my throat. The old door was solid, and I really wanted a window with a screen in it that could open up during the summer to let in fresh air. And it gives me the opportunity to watch the dog. And then we brought the paint from the kitchen into the dining room. And you can see I put in another new light in the dining room. And my tablecloth, believe it or not, is a thrift store find. And when I bought it, I thought it was a tablecloth. It is actually a shower curtain. So I figured, hey, waterproof. If you spill anything on the tablecloth, it won't go through onto my table, which is great. And I thought it looked really good, so I just cut off the top and turned it into a tablecloth. And then over here you get a look at the cabinets, how well they turned out. And the little kitty cat that has been following me everywhere. Huh, Cleo? You've been following Mama everywhere today. I don't know what your problem is. Anyway, let me back up so you get a view of the redo of the kitchen. And like I said, I'll give you a rundown of the prices and everything. We were quoted to change the cabinets out, and we'd have to change the flooring because the flooring only went to the cabinets. They didn't go under the cabinets. But they'd have to change the flooring, put in new cabinets, and new countertops because these countertops wouldn't fit the new cabinets. That they were estimating between $15,000 to $20,000. I don't know about you, but I don't have that kind of money. So we decided to do it on our own. And that $20,000 did not include the lights or the pan rack or the door. So anyway, we decided to do a cheap redo for ourselves. And this is how it turned out. And like I said, at the end, I'll give you a rundown of the cost and what it actually cost us for everything. Cleo, you know you're not supposed to be up there. I suggest you get down before you get in trouble. Anyway, this is the last look at everything, and then I'm going to get my kitty cat down from the table. Okay, as you can see, the kitchen turned out really, really nice. And I'm going to give you the rundown. Now, everything we did may not apply to you, like the door or the pan rack. The pan rack was specifically for me because my pans were getting, beat up and everything under the drawer with all my cast iron. So I wanted to separate them. That was the reason for putting in the pan rack. Also, not on, I put it on the list, but we haven't done yet, is we did buy a new faucet for the kitchen sink. It just hasn't gone in yet. We're waiting for the ground to dry up a little bit because he's going to be kneeling and everything trying to fix the faucet, because we found out we're going to have to go turn the water off to the house. But my husband's afraid, as bad as it looks, that he's going to have to replace that valve before we can even think about the sink. So he wants nice weather before we change out the faucet. But other than that, everything else is done. Oh, I take that back. I am making a rug, a black, white, hello. I am making a black and white and red rug for the kitchen, but that'll be a different video because I'm going to show you how I did that. Anyway, let's get down to the cost. Have to put my glasses on. Part of getting old, you need glasses. Okay, for the paint, before the paint, buy TSP. Go to Home Depot and tell me you want TSP for your cabinets and they'll know what that is. It's a degreaser cleaner that works fantastic. So you don't have to sand your cabinets or anything. You can just use that and it'll get all the grease and everything off your cabinets for you. But you'll have to wear plastic gloves. But it works fantastic. I mean, these cabinets were so coated with grease and just in such bad shape. It worked wonders and it wasn't hard to use at all. So you're definitely going to want to get the TSP. But anyway, for the cabinets, I spent $7 on the TSP. $45 for the white paint, but cabinet paint was a lot more expensive, so we went with kind of like an enamel exterior paint. I think it's exterior. Anyway, it's like an enamel paint. Works fantastic on the cabinets, easy to wash off, and it took 3 coats, I'll be honest with you, to get it to cover up all the wood and everything. But because of the TSP, it also took off some of the stain or glaze they had on it. So we had a couple cabinets that the paint soaked into the wood. But it was still worth using it for, because like I said, I got a beautiful finish on my cabinets and they're easy to wash, easy to take care of. And then, like I said, then we got the knobs, the black knobs and the black handles. They were a package of 10 for $21. We got 3 of them, 2 of the round ones and 1 of the handle type. We have a few extra of the round ones, but we'll save them or I can use them for another project. But for $21 for 10, and then, oh, I'm sorry, I lied to you guys. I'm so sorry. We bought 2 packets of the round, and we had to buy an extra one because we were 1 short, because it was 21 cabinets on top, and each package only held 10. I'm sorry, I lied. That was another project that the other knobs went to. So anyway, we did have to buy 1 extra one out of the bin, which was $2.49. So it's a much better deal if you can get the packets for $21. So anyway, and on the front of the sink, if you look at the video, there is 2 little designer pieces on the front. They were $3 each at Home Depot, and all we did was take wood glue and glue them on. But I suggest you paint them first. It makes it much easier that way, because if you don't, then you run into the problem of clobs of paint, getting in the grooves and stuff. So I painted them first and then used wood glue and glued them on. I just thought I added that extra touch to it. If you want, go back and look at the video I posted and you can see how they turned out. Okay, the pan rack. We spent $13 on the floor facing. That's that silver stuff you saw. And $7 on the hooks. It was a package of 3 for $2 something. I wasn't sure, so I rounded it up to $7. The clamps, those little paper clamps you saw, I got 3 in a package for $1 at the dollar store. The chain was $2, and the hooks to hook it into the ceiling was $3. Sorry, $3. The little eye hooks that we put on the wood itself, that we already have, so it didn't cost us anything. I do have to tell you about the wood though. Look in their discount bin, because they have some great deals in there. The wood for that has the rough outside wood on top. Basically, it looks really cool. And it only cost us $3. And we even have extra wood from it. So check their discount bins. You can go to the back where their saw is. And they have all kinds of wood that they mark down to 70% off. So wood that would generally cost us a lot of money only cost us $3. Okay, the overhead sink lamp light, that was $30. And you don't have to change out your lights if you don't want to. We just wanted to. And the light that was there was round. I keep looking at the light, sorry. The light there was round, and I really wanted more of a square type light because of the pans being hung up there. Okay, the kitchen lights definitely checked for sales. We got the lights that are in the ceiling in the kitchen for $39. Normally $59. But we kept checking back because periodically Home Depot puts a lot of stuff on sale. Especially, they'll just go through the lighting section. Like, we just put up a fan that was on sale for $79 from $124. They kind of rotate. They'll go into one section of lighting, put stuff on sale. The next time you go to a different section of lighting. The next time you go, it may be the fans. So keep checking back. Because like I said, we saved $40 on the lights. Which is another thing. You don't have to change out if you don't want to. Okay, I already told you about the knobs. And the door. Okay, the door is another thing. You may not have a back door. You may not want a back door. We chose to spend the money on the door. Reason being, one, we only want to do the job once. Two, I'd rather spend a little extra money and get what I want than to get standby or something for the time being, because you end up spending more money in the long run. If you go, oh, I'll just do this till I can afford to do what I want to do, the problem is you're going to end up spending more money. So if you want to replace the back door, don't buy a $100 door when there's a $200 door you really want. Go ahead and spend that extra $100. It saves you money in the long run. Anyway, the reason for the door is, one, I want to see the dog. Two, I have big windows in my living room, and I have 2 openings from my dining room in here, from my dining room into my living room, and from the kitchen into my living room. So I figured between the 2 windows in here and the door and the big windows in the living room, it'd give me a great cross breeze. And the trim, we ended up having to buy new trim because my husband took the old trim off. It broke on him. So we spent $15 on that. And so the door came, doing everything on the door came to $290, which I don't think is bad. My lights totaled came to $110, which I think is really, really good, and I love my lights. The pan rack ended up being $25. Now, you can go to thrift stores and stuff and find stuff cheaper, but like I said, that had to be built to fit that section because it's so narrow. Okay, the faucet was $85. As you know, that hasn't gone in yet. So, let's see, did I get everything? Yeah. Okay. So the total that we spent, oh, and the walls. The paint on the walls was $35. What's good about that is, this paint, we did the 1 coat. It cost a little bit more. It was $35. The regular coat was $28, I believe. So it really wasn't that much difference. But what I liked about the 1 coat was less work. It covered it the first time. But it also left me enough paint that I can paint my bedroom because I don't have that much wall I had to cover in here. So that was definitely a good buy to go with the 1 coat on your walls. I recommend that for any room. Like a living room where it only takes 2 gallons of paint. Oh, we bought a gallon of this, sorry. Living room takes 2 gallons of paint. You can paint your living room for 1 gallon. So figure it out. $28 twice or $35 once. It really works out much better to get the 1 coat cover. Okay, so the total for everything. The lights, the cabinets, the pan rack, the door, the faucet, everything came to $660, which I think is a great deal. And I believe that also entails, maybe not, the faucet. So we're going to set, if I add the, I don't think I had the faucet. With the faucet, it is $745. That's still really, really good. With the faucet, $745. We were quoted, because we were going to have somebody do it for us, between $15,000 and $20,000. And most of that went into their labor. My labor's free. I can work. Especially if it saves me that much money. So if you're looking into redoing a kitchen, seriously, try redoing it yourself. It is really, really a lot easier than you would think. Because I was really scared when I first started doing it. But to be honest, it turned out to be really easy. It was a lot of fun. And I was able to do it the way I wanted to do it. And I think it turned out really great. Anyway, that is our kitchen redo. I hope it helps anybody that wants to redo their kitchen. And like I said, you can probably find stuff cheaper even than we did. I mean, go to thrift stores. Look for your lights that way. A lot of thrift stores have some really nice overhead lights in that people get rid of. Or you can leave them. It's all up to you. But either way you slice it or cut it or whatever, however you want to put it, doing it yourself is a lot less expensive than having somebody else do it, and you can get great results. Anyway, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hi guys, I wanted to give you correct figures as best as I could. So I went back and recalculated, and the faucet was included in the price that it cost us. So the original price to do everything was $660. And so now that I am basically done with this video, I am going to go downstairs and work on another video showing you guys how I make the rug that will eventually end up in my kitchen. Anyway, bye!